And I really felt this morning like I was actually really inspired to paint in my style and to do my thing, and I went into it with confidence that I would be the phoenix, that I would rise and I would show that I'm, not discouraged and believe in myself. My name is Katrina Koltes. I am a full-time artist living in Italy. I paint, I do jewelry, I do workshops and retreats. Okay, so we're gonna start with drawing. I don't get very detailed when I project. I just kind of want to get, the angle in and make sure I get the proportions in. And I do a lot of straight lines. It just helps me get a better sketch in. I went through a stage where I didn't create it all. I wanted to do art university and that didn't work out. And so I just sort of gave up on, my dream of being an artist. So I decided to, just get a job, and I worked in the airport as ground staff hostess, and I fell into depression. I knew something was terribly wrong and something clicked in that moment. And then I got back into art, and it was a really difficult journey, but a really healing through art, a healing process through art.
She always loved to draw and use her colors wonderfully. I always was amazed how good she was with colors. She amazes me, not only as a child, but now even more, because she never gives up. And she keeps going and exploring new things and learning new things and bettering herself. She's really fulfilling my dreams more than I could even imagine.
Because I'm going to be adding all these layers over on top, I'll lose it completely, my sketch, if I don't add a marker. And I don't want to use black because sometimes you can see it under the layers and it just doesn't look good. So I use a gray. You can smudge it while it's still wet, and that way you can create a kind of a shadow. I guess it's also important not to be like super precious with this stage because it's going to be covered up so much anyway. It's just to get some details in. And you can even do, like kind of make it very loose and free so you don't get too uptight in this part. And I think that's fine for now. I'll wait for that to dry a second, and then I'll erase the graphite underneath. My first paintings were just like a mess, just abstract. I couldn't possibly paint a face or a figure or anything. It was just emotions that needed to get out there. One night I woke up in the middle of the night and I just felt I need to go to the studio. I went in there and I saw on the abstract painting, in all the shapes, I saw a figure of a stag. And then other things started to appear. There was a forest and then a fairy, and like all these things that I started to see in this abstract. And it was super healing because, art, it really does that. It brings out the emotions in you. When you're able to bring it out of the closet and just release it to be healed, it can change your life. And art can change your life. Okay, so we're gonna start with the fun part. This is just like throwing a lot of color down, just sort of having fun and not really thinking about it. Spray it. In the beginning, I try to be like really playful and free and just have fun and let my inner child wild. And then I start to tighten it up, ask myself, what do I want to express in this painting? Being a sort of a channel and what the universe and what source wants to bring through to me. And I love dropping the fluids into the inks because it makes these crazy marks. I guess it's super important at this point just not to overthink it, just play and not be afraid of ruining it. It never really is ruined at this point. So I'm gonna let this first layer dry. It's a good first layer start. Got a lot of light in there. It's really easy to darken your painting up right away, so have to be careful with that. As soon as this dries, I'm gonna go in and do like a few stencils with spray paint and just get a bit of variety in that first layer. Okay, so now all the inks are dry, and so I can move on to the next layer, which is still the first crazy layers, like I like to call it. So I'm just gonna start and have fun. I started painting figures when I went through my healing journey. Because of trauma and abuse, I think the hardest one was the first self-portrait I did, because I was always, due to all that, you feel this sort of shame around the feminine figure. And so I started painting nudes even, and that was super healing for me. And I love painting the feminine figure. It's important when you're doing this texture stencils that you don't just put it in one spot, because then it will be super noticeable. It's good to have it in a few different spots. Do some dripping. And then another way to use stencils that I like doing is the reverse effect. So I'll put some dark on there and then I'll wipe it out. This is the part in my process where I start to add in some darks and pull out the figure. So I'm gonna start with that, and then I'll probably add some midtones and glaze, the background, just to kind of bring it all together, and we'll see what happens. I love the first part, which is really playful and you don't have any expectations. And then the next one is really exciting, because you start to form the painting, so it's really magical. And then the last part, seeing everything come together, putting those last touches on it. As I was starting to get the lighter colors out and work on my palette, I realized, oh my God, I had put out oil paint for the white. When you're not using your own materials, stuff like this can happen. I'm just gonna scrape it off and then use some solvent to get rid of that. Stuff in the Outstanding Artist show like this happened all the time, and we had to deal with it. It's good not to just freak out, and stuff can always be fixed. Might even turn out nicer than I planned it, so you never know. I'm trying to add back in that texture. It's nice to have thick paint, and that's always what John told me. Add thicker paint.
Thicker paint on some areas, and so
always needs thicker paint. That is
I'm just saying,
super thick paint.
I see canvas coming through.
So, I started adding thicker paint since the show. I'm gonna add birds flying here. And what I normally use is something that you can rub off with water. So any water-soluble crayon or normal chalk pastel also rubs off well. Just so I can get in, the shape of the bird before I actually start painting it. The next step will probably be glazes of oil, and then refining it more with oil, getting more brights on the birds and on her body, just getting, all the last details in. So I'm about to start to add oils, and this is the fun part because it'll really start to come alive, and I'm gonna pull the figure a little bit more out of the background and just add the final details and finish it up. One thing that's super important with oils is to really get to know your colors well. Paint a lot and just get to learn their tips and tricks. When doing adding these birds and stuff, one thing I wanted to say, it's always good to have uneven numbers. It's just much more pleasing for the eye. The swallows are following her gaze like it's a journey, and then all the other birds are the influences in my life and the people that have journeyed with me and followed me and just helped me in my journey. It's really important to do whatever you can to follow your dreams and to follow that voice within you that says, do it. Once you take the leap, step over that side of fear, anything is possible. Whatever happens, and I know it's not an easy journey, just keep reaching for it, and that's what I hope that my art speaks to you in that way, and to just really never give up. I really enjoyed expressing myself and creating this piece, and I hope it touches your soul. I hope it inspires you to keep creating and to do more art and keep expressing yourself through art.